What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the B-Roll Sports Podcast. On today's episode, I'll be giving a mid-season review of the MLB so far. First, talking about the Royals season, and then going into who I think will win each division. So stay tuned, and let's get right into it. So first, like I said, I'll be talking about the Royals so far. The record is 40-60. It's not a very good record. They have a pretty disappointing season so far. One thing about them, the reason why they have a losing record is they have blown so many games pitching-wise, and it's just been embarrassing, honestly. I don't know how many games they've been leading in the 8th or 9th inning and then gave up a home run or something. Or then they would get up to bat and then they couldn't hit. But anyways, Bobby Witt was also hurt for a couple weeks. That kind of stank because he's our best player. But our offense has been doing okay. I mean, it's not like it's good, but it's also not like it's terrible. I mean, the pitching is the part that's terrible. We only have one good pitcher, is Michael Wacha, and Bobby Witt and him were the only players who played in the All-Star game. But Jack Caglione has been doing well, and he leads the team in homers. Last year, he was struggling a little bit, but he was hitting the ball really hard. He's a really young player. It's the second season in the MLB, so I'm glad to see him doing well. And so homers are bound to come always. And last year, that just didn't really happen, but this year, he's been hitting the ball harder, but more consistently, and that's the best part. But Michael Wacha, going back to him, he has a 3.66 ERA, which is pretty good. I mean, it's not really good. It's not bad. He has 2.4 WAR, which WAR means wins above replacement, and wins above replacement means how much you help your team. So if you have a really high WAR, that's really good, and that means you've helped your team a lot. But if you have a negative WAR, that's mean you're not helping your team, and that's not very good. So 2.4 WAR at this time of season is pretty good, and he leads the teams in strikeouts, which is good as well. Going into some stats, hitting-wise, Bobby Witt Jr. Always has a pretty high batting average, 279. It's not his best season batting, but it's also not his worst, I don't think. And then he has 13 homers, which is pretty good he's not a power guy, he's more of a contact guy, with a 350 on-base percentage and 39 RBIs. He's always doing amazing in the field. He's one of the most productive players in the MLB, just not only because he hits. If it was just based on his hitting ability, he would not be an amazing player. It's his fielding ability that makes him one of the best players in the league. Next player, Jack Caglione, like we talked about, been doing really well. 260 batting average, that's decent, with 16 homers, which is, I mean, it's not like it's a crazy amount. He did make the home run derby, which is good. And then he had 37 RBIs and a 318 on-base percentage. So he's been doing pretty well so far this season. I hope that continues. And then next is Carter Jensen. He has a 242 batting average, which isn't the greatest, but he has 13 homers and, most importantly, 51 RBIs. That leads the team. That's a really good stat. And he's just been hitting the ball hard, too, just like Caglione does. He also has a 310 on-base percentage. That's all I have for hitting-wise. There's other players like Salvi and Tyler Tolbert. So for those who did not know, he had 12 hits in a row. It tied a major league record. He's been doing really well. And he was not that good of a player to begin with. I mean, he just had a hot streak and got lucky. And so they kept him in the starting lineup. But we'll see how he does the rest of the season. And then, like I said, I talked about Salvi, and I said Salvi's name. He's been doing okay, just been hitting the ball. I assume he's about ready to retire. He's really old and just hasn't been as productive as he was. And going into pitching, Michael Wacha, like I said, at 3.66 ERA, and he has 101 strikeouts. Like I said, he leads the team in those with 51 earned runs over the season, and he averages 7.3 strikeouts per 9 innings. So that's almost a strikeout every single inning, which is pretty impressive. And then Seth Lugo, He has a 4.39 ERA with 89 strikeouts and 7.2 strikeouts per 9 innings. He has a 0.4 WAR, which is pretty mediocre. I mean, at least he's not hurting the team. He is helping, just not by a lot. But those are our best pitchers. Besides, those two were starting pitchers. Now this one is relieving pitcher, which basically means he comes into the game to close it, which is what we really struggled at. But we have one pretty decent one, which is Daniel Lynch IV. He has a 2.18 ERA with 34 strikeouts on the year. He has a 1.2 WAR, which is really good for a reliever. I mean, not really good, but you get my point. He's a good reliever with averages 7.4 Ks per 9, strikeouts per 9, which is one of the best on the team. But that's all I have for the Royals. This is going to be a pretty short episode. But flipping over to the whole entire league, we are going to be talking about who I think will win each division, starting in the AL and ending in the NL. The AL this year is a lot worse than the NL. The NL has been doing really well, and the AL has been struggling. We're going to start in the AL East. The two teams that lead this division are the Tampa Bay Rays, who have 57 wins and 42 losses, and the Yankees, who have 56 wins and 44 losses. And I think the Yankees will win if their defense holds up. This I say because they've had a lot of defensive blow-ups, and they're a good enough hitting team to win the division. I just think if their pitching and fielding does good, they are bound to win it, even though they're behind right now. Next, moving to the AL Central, we have the White Sox, who are 53 and 46, and the Guardians, who are 53 and 48. I think that the White Sox won this division, not because I think that they will. Honestly, I have no idea who will win this. This is pretty much a toss-up. It's going to be tight the whole entire time. But I think the White Sox will win because I just like them better, to be honest. I mean, I can't say very much besides that. I just like them. I mean, I have cousins who like them too. So they're probably my second favorite team in the league, if I had a choice. And our final division in the AL West, the Mariners are 51 and 50, and the Rangers are 50 and 50. This is a pretty weak division, I would say. One team is above 500 barely, and one is tied with 500. 500 is mediocre. The rest of the teams are not very good. I think the Mariners will win because they have the better players, in my opinion. Also, I think this one's a toss-up. I think they have a little bit better players. Both of them have decent players, but I think that the Mariners will come out on top in this division. Next, going to the NL, where the records will get a lot better, starting in the East, which is the two leading teams for the East are the Braves, who are 58 and 41, really good record, and the Phillies, who are 56 and 45, also really good record. And I think that the Phillies will win this division. They're down by a little bit right now, but I think they will win because they have the better players. So the Braves have good players, Ronald Acuna Jr., whatever, you name it. They have good players. But like Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber, who is the best home run hitting guy in the league right now. So that's why I think they win. This is another toss-up, but I'm picking them. So I could be completely wrong with most of these because a lot of the divisions are really tight right now. Unlike the NL Central, the Brewers are 63 and 37, and the Cubs are 56 and 44. I think that the Brewers will win because they already have a big lead on the Cubs. I mean, like 7-ish games, but that's a lot thinking in how many games they play and how many games they have left, which is 52 or 62. I can't remember which is 152 or 162. Anyways, I think they can hold off that lead, and they have very good pitching. And they're also the best team in baseball right now, the Brewers are. But the second best team is in the NL West, who are the Dodgers, and they have a 63 and 38 record, while the Diamondbacks have a 51 and 49 record. And this is pretty obvious. The Dodgers will win because they have the better team. They have so many stars. I mean, you just look, they've spent so much money. I mean, it's not really fair right now. In my opinion, I think they need to add a salary cap to the league. But we'll see if that ever happens. I can't really make a difference. And they also have a big lead on the Diamondbacks. It's like 12 games, so I don't think there's any way that the Diamondbacks could come back. But you never know. Anything could happen. But that's all I have for this episode. It's a pretty short one. I'll try to post more consistently from now on. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!